Hey, Connection Group Leader, thank you so very much for spending these few minutes with me. I want to utilize your time wisely, and my goal is to give you some helpful tips to help equip you to become a better leader and maybe even help alleviate some of the frustrations that you experience as a Connection Group Leader. Today, I want to address the issue of what do you do with somebody who chronically doesn't show up at group and doesn't communicate. If you lead a group for anywhere over 2 weeks, you know what it's like to pray and prepare to get all psyched up and then have that one person, two person, three persons not show up. And then it's just so frustrating to you because you did all this work and then the very people that you're trying to minister to and you're trying to help don't show up for you. So this is the deal. Number one is do not try to correct this in a group setting. Every time I've tried to do this, it has failed because the person who I'm trying to communicate with doesn't get it, and everybody else in the group knows exactly who I'm communicating with. So don't do it in a group setting. Don't do it via an email or a text. The best way to communicate on this issue is one-on-one. That means pull the person aside one-on-one, whether it's at coffee time, dinner time, or maybe even before or after groups to say, hey, can I just share with you a few things? Then pull them aside away from everybody else. And this is just a way to do it, and this is how I do it very frequently. I try to communicate like this. Hey, if we were supposed to meet at Eaton Park for dinner at 6 o'clock, and 6 o'clock came, and then 6:10, and 6:15, and 6:20, and you were sitting there waiting for me, and I just didn't show up, what would you think about me in our time? Well, there's a couple of things we could think. Number one, an emergency came up. Something happened. Maybe something happened to me or a family member. Number two is I just simply forgot. Or number three, I just blew you off. Any three of those options aren't real good ones, and they're not real good conclusions to come to, especially when you're sitting all alone at Eaton Park, right? I want to let you know that on group night, when you don't show up or don't call, communicate, or text me what's happening, I'm left sitting wondering, where is my friend? Maybe an emergency came up. Maybe they forgot, or maybe they just blew me off. And so any one of those aren't real good for a friend. But if you were sitting there at 6:20 and you were to call me and say, hey, what happened? I just said, well, just some things came up. Well, that really wouldn't be a really good friendship, would it? And I want to let you know that I treat you as a friend. You're not just a number in my crowd or a number in my group. We're friends, and I want God's best for you. And when I don't know where you are, that just concerns me. So could you do me a favor? Could you please communicate with me when you're unable to come? Give me a call, drop me a text, let me know what's happening in your life so I can pray for you and help you. That is a way that you can handle it, and it's much better to handle it this way than in a confrontation. Not everybody needs a confrontation. What they need to do is understand this new thing called friendship. There's a big difference between rebellion and ignorance, and most of the time, with the people that we're attracting to our church and into your group, it's not an issue of rebellion. It's just an issue of ignorance and understanding this new friendship. Thank you so much for spending these few minutes with me. Put this into practice. Let me know how it's going, and have a great, awesome group this week.